welcome to our new episode of consciousCEO about considerations of using AI in online businesses. As technology advances, we face new opportunities and challenges that we need to navigate carefully. In this video, we will explore the risks and the opportunities of AI and how we can use it in our online businesses in an ethical and responsible way. Hello, and welcome to our new consciousCEO episode, your place to be to turn your online business overwhelm into growth opportunities. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm super excited to be talking about not all of it, but few aspects of the ethical considerations within AI. So before we will dive in, I did some research on that. I am studying business psychology. I have been in digital transformation for over a decade. And today I wanted to mainly focusing on how we as online business owners can do this in an ethical way. Let's get started with the evolution of AI. I'm not sure if you remember when we had something called mobile phones. Today, of course, none of us is using that anymore, but we have our smartphones. I'm not even sure if you remember the iPods that are not on the market anymore, but today we have all our songs on our phone. Not 50, not 100, but millions of songs at our fingertips available. So the evolution and the growth of technology has been exponential since humanity. In the 50s, a group of researchers began to explore the possibility of creating machines that could simulate human intelligence. They coined the term artificial intelligence and held a conference in Dartmouth, I hope I pronounced this correctly, in 1956 that is considered the birthplace of AI or artificial intelligence. In the 60s and 70s, AI made a major improvement and step forward by creating expert systems that could perform specialized tasks and decision making. So that was the beginning. However, the process slowed down in the 80s due to limitations in computing power, and this is very important and interesting, in the understanding of human intelligence. So this is another topic that I hope we will be discovering in the future, where we will be talking about AI and the human spirit. I was in a very interesting think tank recently with a fellow entrepreneur, and we were discussing this topic in there. So something that we might be exploring in the future even deeper. AI research shifted towards machine learning and neural networks, which allowed for more sophisticated and flexible systems in the 90s and 2000s. This led to the development of speech recognition, natural language processing, and computer vision. In recent years, AI has continued to advance rapidly in the areas of deep learning, reinforcement learning, and robotics. It's been used in a wide range of industries such as healthcare, transportation, entertainment, you name it. AI has revolutionized our lives in different aspects. However, there are also concerns about ethics, privacy, and employment, those topics that we will be talking about today in this consciousCEO episode as well. As we continue to develop AI and AI continues to develop itself, it's important to continue to consider those aspects and work towards a responsible and innovative future for all of us. AI or artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence in machines. It's been used in a variety of different applications, such as virtual assistants, conversational AI like Siri or Alexa, and even research. There are mind-blowing things that AI can do for us. In the world of online business, AI can revolutionize the way we are working, and this is what we are talking about here mainly as well. It can support us to make processes faster, simpler, and easier. increase our customer experience and make everything way better for them. But most importantly, especially when it comes to online courses, online education, it can support us to enhance our overall learning process. But with great power comes great responsibility. There are ethical considerations when we decide to use AI in online businesses. One of the biggest one is privacy. AI systems collect a vast amount of data that can be used to personalize individuals and create target marketing or advertisement. This is nothing new, but this will reach a new level. So when we work with third parties or create our own AI system, we have to ensure that any kind of data is used in a legal, transparent and responsible way. We have in Europe something, it's called a GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, that basically is here to show people how they can use data and what has to be considered to do it in a very responsible, legal and transparent way. I am a certified data protection advisor in Germany. So one of the, I guess, most of the kind of like hardest regulations out there. So there is a lot to consider. For example, data deletion, data minimization, and so on. So whenever I recommend or check out new AI systems, I also look into their data protection regulations and check out what they are doing with the data. In a nutshell, we are talking here about conscious CEOs, and one aspect of that is to be very aware and conscious about aligned AI actions for us, but also be aware as a user. So when we are targeted with advertisement, we are conscious and aware about what we are doing, and we are not triggered and run by our unconsciousness or our autopilot. So inviting you to keep this in mind and consider this in our daily life, because I think this will become more and more important the more transparent we will become. And how can we be ethical and responsible when using AI in our online businesses? First and foremost, we have to be transparent about the data that we collect and how we use it and what we use it for. Another important aspect is that AI systems are trained on diverse and unbiased data. Any kind of output, any kind of decisions that AI is making or creating for us is unbiased and ethical. It's also important that we talk about and consider the impact of AI on our jobs. While it has the potential to create lots and lots of opportunities, and this is what we see on YouTube on a daily basis, it can also lead to job displacement. We need to ensure that we invest in education and any kind of trainings that is supporting us in developing skills that we need to use AI. This is something that we are focusing here on this channel and of this podcast especially, because you can see that everything gets faster, easier and simpler, that we can reduce our tasks, that we can optimize whatever resources we might need and let AI do this. To thrive in the future, we've got to understand AI, know what AI is. We have to know the difference between AI and the human spirit, and of course, last but not least, how we can use it. Fun fact, I was in high school ages ago, a little bit longer than you might think, and there they taught me stenography. I'm not sure if you know this, probably not. It's basically a process where you learn how to write steno, so you can write so fast that someone else can talk, and it's basically not recorded, but you write it and then you can type it down. Of course, nobody has been doing this the day after I graduated at school. This is something that I also want to emphasize, is that especially when we look at the future, whatever we learn today in any kind of schools or universities, make sure to implement AI thinking and even demand it, because this will be mandatory. This is something that we cannot miss from my own personal point of view, not even to be competitive, but also to use it in an aligned way. So the aligned AI actions that I talk about over and over again, in order to make sure that we can stay on the market, that we can build something that is up to date. Because just let me give you one example. The stenography was one of them. Another one is nobody is using mobile phones today. Everybody has a smartphone. This is something when you would say, probably very soon, I don't use a computer. This would be like, for example, the equal saying I don't use AI. I hope that makes sense. I'm saying it from a place of gratitude that we have it, that we can use it, but also from a place of consciousness, because we can not look away. It is here already, and taking it in an aligned way into our businesses, using it in our lives, is very important in order to be able to be responsible and to go into the future in a conscious and abundant way. In conclusion, AI is here right now. Looking away is not an option. AI has the potential to revolutionize our online businesses and way of living, but it's important to use it in an ethical and responsible way. By being transparent about our data collection and usage, ensuring that our AI systems are unbiased, investing into education and training, we can harness the potential of AI and reduce any kind of negative impact. Thank you for joining today's a little bit different Conscious CEO episode. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let me in the comments below what you would like me to talk about more, inviting you to become the Conscious CEO of life and business, because the world needs more passionate and world-changing entrepreneurs like you.